Bandits are not terrorists, Babajide Kolade Otitoju. Award-winning investigative journalist Babajide Kolade Otitoju addressed a section of the public asking the government to proscribe bandits as terrorists. The renowned TVC journalist opined that bandits are not terrorists. Speaking during Monday's edition of the Current Affairs program Journalist Hangouts, Babajide Kolade Otitoju expressed that bandits are not terrorists. He went further to say that even if you point a gun at my head, I will still tell you that bandits are not terrorists. He explained that even in a dictionary, the explanation for banditry is different from a terrorist. He said that a bandit is driven by money. All this action is aimed at what he would get, but a terrorist is driven by an ideology. He is ready to give his life for what he believes in. Babajide Otitoju expressed his position based on the definition of banditry and terrorism. Okay, so what will you now call agitators? If Buhari can actually prescribe indigenous people of Biafra who are agitators terrorists, then how can you tell us that bandits are not terrorists? Or will you also give us the definition of agitation, or you wouldn't? No, you can't say that one. You can only defend the one of Buhari because you are also looking for appointments, so now you go about saying whatever you feel like saying. This Babajide Otitoju is beginning to deviate from his beliefs. Now he does things differently and says things differently. This man is now becoming FFK. Well, someone in the comment section by name Laje said they are not terrorists to those who never encounter them. God will jam you with them, then you can come over and reframe your Mugu talks. Okay? Very senseless Mumu. I thought he had something upstairs initially when I started hearing his name, but he's an empty skull ignorant. They are terrorists, terrorize the life of people for their reason, and they kill more than enough to classify as terrorists. If bandits are not terrorists, then they must be your father's friend. Isn't the love of money not an ideology too? Olodo, bandits are terrorists. Okay, very Olodo, because he has small money doesn't mean sense. Otitoju got this wrong. There is no clear distinction between bandits and Boko Haram, which is a terrorist group. These guys pitch the camp where the evil spirits direct them. Okay, this guy should go for checkup. He is beginning to suffer from mouth disease, FFK's brother. I said it. One of the beneficiaries of the Fulani headsmen and Fulani militants mixed together on the prowl. Okay, this guy take Ogogoro Abini, idiotic Fulani slave. He will do everything to serve his Fulani masters. Nonsense bandit he is. Okay, but worse than terrorists, any other names for them? Someone say bandits are terrorists, Mr. Man. APC spokesman, if any of his family falls a victim, if we have a change of opinion, or he will have a change of opinion, that's what the person wanted to say. Bandits that kidnap, rape, killed, and sell human parts for those that could not raise ransom. You are saying they are not terrorists. This is irresponsible. Respond to the plight of those who want directly or indirectly fall victims. We don't have bandits in Nigeria, but terrorists because they are driven by ideology colonization of Nigeria. Baba, keep quiet. You don't know what you are saying, or you're saying rubbish. Mr. Babajide, the interpreter, thanks for helping your beloved president not to deem them as terrorists and prescribe their activities. If I may ask you, Babajide, who are those principally operating as these bandits? Is the Boko Haram not also involved in kidnapping? Don't let me say you are talking just like FFK already, or is this thing a DNA problem? Okay, someone said a terrorist is one who terrorizes, while a bandit is a robber. A member of robbery gang, especially one that attacks travelers. I know BKO better than reason only from a literal semantic perspective of two terms in the present context. There is a much terrorism attacking armed in today's banditry as there is banditry robbery in today's terrorism in Nigeria. But the worst criminal is the everyone whose action or inaction has heighten the threat of both. Terrorists and bandits of all kinds should be so declared and collectively treated as such, whether foreign or local, irrespective of religious or ethnic persuasion. Okay, so is Babajide now telling us that these are not terrorists? Okay, so does he really want us to believe this ideology of his, or does he really want us to start thinking in the same manner he is thinking? Because how can you say that bandits are not terrorists when they are busy killing, kidnapping, molesting, and doing all sorts of things to people? You are telling us that they are not terrorists, then what do you call them? What if Buhari can actually prescribe indigenous people of Biafra, or should I say if we could actually prescribe all agitators as terrorists, then how can you tell us that bandits are not terrorists? I don't think you know what you are saying, mister. Well, bandits are terrorists, Mr. Man. People are telling you to take it or leave it. Babajide is talking in proverb in order not to be arrested. Okay, let's tell obvious truth. The fine line between a bandit and a terrorist cannot firmly support the lame arguments that bandits are not terrorists. It is not the purpose that makes the difference. Rather, it's the fact that both actions still morbid fear of death or grievous bodily harm on the victim to submit to the criminals. However, that drives or activates that fear is a terrorist, and that includes a bandit who kills if victims fail to meet his monetary ransom. Okay, they are not terrorists, but they are your brothers, stupid terrorist old man. Ha, Babajide, I think you are beginning to get on the nerves of people. He is trying to be politically correct. The banditry we are seeing across the nation by Fulanis is terrorism because they have a cause, a grievance, followed up with or mitigated violence in terrorism. The IPOB, on the other hand, at the time they were branded terrorists by Buhari, were not terrorists because they had not done any violence, only peaceful protests. Their cause per se is beginning, in fact, a protected human right, but unfortunately they played into the hands of authorities by allowing themselves to be provoked into violent action. Bloody nonsense posed by you. What Osichoju said was that banditry is even worse than the terrorist group. See your dictionary for the meaning of banditry and terrorism. Okay, so Babajide, you need to get your facts straight. You can go to the comment section and share your take on this article. Thanks for listening.